Hi class, welcome. Excuse me. I wanted to go over the week 4 worksheet for you because there's a lot involved in it and I wanted to give you a heads up on everything. So I'm really glad if you're watching this. If it goes a little long, I do apologize, but it's going to be really, really helpful. All right. So first thing you want to do, I'm here at our assignment. Here's your worksheet. Here's some of the resources you need, but the nice thing is this will actually, the worksheet will help you find these without having to go into them. So I'm going to click on the worksheet and download it just like we always do. Open up the worksheet. I've opened it about 5 times. That's why you're seeing it again. So here's the worksheet. What it is asking you to do is to complete parts 1 and 2. You'll use sources from the university library to complete part 1. Part 2 is basically a reflection of your experience. You are choosing a topic from this list. All right, guys, let me tell you, choosing something like, say, immigration, probably a bad idea because it's such a hot, debatable topic right now. You're going to have a really hard time finding really good information. It's going to be all over the place. Career exploration, that's not a hot, debatable topic, but it's so broad, it makes no sense to even use. I didn't make this worksheet. If I did, I would have narrowed it to a couple other topics. Global women's rights, possibly. Concussions and the NFL, that's going to have a lot of good information on it, guys, a lot of good scientific information. Obesity, good information. Cyberbullying, online predators, those things are going to have good information. Social media, be careful. It could like go into a bunch of silliness about it. Something like financial energy or financial literacy is way too broad. Renewable energy, possible. There's going to be a lot of good factual information, but you're going to have to narrow your topic, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose obesity because I think that'll be easy. I'm going to scroll down, and this is an example. So you are going to have to use 2 sources from at least 2 different databases, like the EBSCOhost and ProQuest, related to your selected topic. You may use this link here to take. Now, for some reason, guys, I can't click and follow it like you see on the screen. I have to do this. I just copy the hyperlink, plop down here, sorry, and I'm going to paste it, and that should come up. So that's where that link takes you. So it's here on the worksheet, and it takes you to where you need to be for this. They're going to ask you to take the topic that you have and then go in the 2 different databases and research it and find good articles, okay? And this is the easy way to scroll down here. There's the EBSCOhost and there's ProQuest, all right? So let's click on EBSCOhost first. Remember, my topic is obesity. I'm probably going to have to narrow that because there's so much to talk about with obesity. But before I do, watch this, guys. Scroll down here. And yes, you want the full text. You want scholarly peer-reviewed journals. This is so important, guys. Otherwise, you're going to get information that may or may not be credible. If they're scholarly, that means that they're kind of research-based type magazines. When we say journals, it's like a magazine with a bunch of articles in it. Peer-reviewed means that they've had a group of professionals. So if it's a medical journal, it's peer-reviewed by medical people. If it's an education journal, it's peer-reviewed by education people. If it's a business journal, it's peer-reviewed by business people, and normally people with doctoral degrees. So I clicked on scholarly peer-reviewed. I'm going to put in the word obesity. Now this one, I love EBSCOhost because it's like, hey, there's a lot. What do you want to look at? There's so many. Let's go with obesity in children. That does narrow it a little bit, okay? And I'm going to hit search, and it's going to take me where I need to be slowly. Okay, so here's what you're going to find, guys. You're going to be like, oh, this makes no sense. I don't even know what that is. So that's fine. Just keep looking. You've got a million. Look, you had 36,000 articles come up. So I think we're fine if we have to look a little bit. So let's scroll on down. That might be one I could read, but doesn't sound interesting to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. Some of the, like, this is like, what? I don't know all of this. So I'm just keep on scrolling until I find something that makes sense to me. Economic evaluation of childhood obesity prevention program for children. Results. Well, that sounds like it could be interesting. So they did a obesity prevention program. And here's the nice thing. You can read, this is called the abstract. So I can read through here, okay? And I can see some stuff. It might say, hey, you know what? I think I like that. I'm going to use this. I'm going to click on I can click on this, I can click on this, I can click on just about anything I want. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to wait for it to come up. Here we go. So there's the abstract. Normally just read the abstract, you'll get the good overview of it, but I want more. Here's your whole entire article, guys, okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. There it all is. What I'm noticing though is I'm trying to see if I can find the authors. I'm not finding them on here. Normally they're at the very, oh, there they are, sorry. So here's all of our authors right here. All right. And it came from, what is the name of the, I'm looking for the name of the, of what it came from, the name of the article, or the name of the journal. So I'm going to back it up and see if I can see the name of the journal here. It says academic journal, but I still don't see the name of the journal. So I may scroll on. Let's scroll on and see what else we have. So changes in obesity among U.S. children aged 2 to 4 years enrolled in WIC. So that sounds really interesting. It goes from 2010 to 2016. That sounds like a really interesting thing. So here, look, the publisher, American Medical Association. Let me go up there and see if I can find the publisher of that other one. I still don't see it. So I'm going to go with this one because I have all the information. All right, so I'm going to click on that. And so here's my authors. It's from the Journal of American Medical Association, which is the most probably the most respected medical journal in the world, like in the whole world. So I'm going to use this article. So I'm going to pop up here. I'm going to scroll down because that's just an example. So my chosen topic, I'm going to go to write in childhood obesity, okay? And the title of the article, no, it's okay here with this, guys. You can go ahead and copy and paste this. That's not considered plagiarism because it's literally saying, hey, what's the name? What's the title? And this is copy and pasting for convenience, but heavens to Betsy, don't make it that big. So I'm going to go up here and make that little. Let's see, I might even go down to 12. There we go. And I'm going to unbold it so it doesn't look weird, but I will go ahead and do this because it's a title, okay? Make it italicized in italics. So the author, the name of the authors are all right here. Now, please don't copy all of this, but you can copy their names. Pan L, Park S. So it's S. It's somebody. Their first name is L. You get the idea. Or you can go ahead and just copy these guys and put them in there because that does kind of help with the information we're looking for, which is, are they credible, right? So we have more than one author. We have a whole lot of authors. I'm going to scroll down here. The date of the publication. When was it published? Now we know it came from a different time, a long time period, but it was published June 18th of 2019. So I'm going to go put that in there. So June 18th, 2019. Hey guys, that's pretty amazing. That's very, very recent. So that's good to know. Database where it was found, and I was using, I believe, yep, EBSCO host. So I'm going to put that in there. You get the idea. Why did you choose this article? I thought it would be really interesting to see what they found. Is the article credible? Now, if they're asking if it's credible, that means, can you believe that? Is it really good information? Well, yes. And how do you know? I already know that, even though I haven't read it, I can pretty much guarantee it's credible. This is in a peer-reviewed journal, and peer-reviewed journals generally, not always, but generally are pretty darn credible. I know the Journal of American Medical Association, the JAMA, is extremely credible. Like they are held to really high standards, highly, highly respected. So I would write about that. Is the author biased? How do you know? I don't know yet because I haven't read it. I need to read the article and see if I'm feeling any bias. Normally in research things, they're not terribly biased. Sometimes they are, but a lot of times they are not. Certainly often in medical journals, they're not. They're just trying to say, hey, what did we find out? Is it relevant? So is it relevant? Is this relevant to my topic of obesity? Absolutely. If we can figure out how to kind of beat it in childhood, especially since childhood obesity is like this new phenomenon, if we can find out how to beat it now and study it and that kind of thing, then that's highly important. Now I got to go to my second source, guys. That can't be the EBSCO host. I'm going to have to click off of that and come back over here and go to ProQuest. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Same idea. I'd already put obesity in there, but this probably won't be checked. You need to check it. You need to click on scholarly journals, okay? And then obesity. And I'm going to put in childhood obesity because that makes it easier, right? And you're welcome to use the same um, topic, just don't use the same articles I'm using, please. That wouldn't be fair. All right, gene diet interactions. That sounds like, whoa, that sounds like too much information for me. Epigenetics, too much. Childhood obesity, that sounds like a lot. Um, this sounds interesting. Look, socioeconomic and demographic detriments of childhood obesity prevalence in Greece. So apparently it's a worldwide problem, not just America. So I might choose that because that sounds interesting about how it's a problem there. Childhood obesity and consumption of fizzy drinks play outside to reduce childhood obesity. From the British Medical Journal, that's normally a pretty highly respected thing, and that sounds interesting. I mean, fizzy drinks, so they're drinking soda or pop or whatever you call it where you're from. I think I'm going to use this one. I've got everything here. I've got, it's from the British Medical Journal. Alan Sutton wrote it. I need the date. There's the date right there, and I'm going to read it. Now, this one may be, guys, it may be a little more, this is very short. Oh, look at these words. I believe the answer is, uh-oh, this debate must be joined by, I have a feeling this is not going to be as credible. I can still use it. I can say, no, I don't think it's credible. First of all, it's a tiny little article. There's literally zero amounts of research in there, so I'm not sure how it got in this. It snuck its way into this search, except for the fact that sometimes they have opinion pieces that are in the medical journals and things like that. So I might very well say I don't know if this is very credible, and this guy sounds pretty darn biased. I don't know if it's credible because I don't see a lot of research in there. Here's a tiny little bit of research right here. I actually would rather read that now, but you get the idea. It was very short, so I don't know how credible it is. Guys, you can have two that are perfect, two really great articles. Like, yeah, this one's awesome. It's really, really credible. And this one's also awesome and really, really credible. Please don't have two that are not credible because I want to know that you are able to find credible information online. I'm just going to see if I can find another one. I'm just early infant feeding practices in childhood, the relation of breastfeeding and timing of solid food introduction with childhood obesity. All right, that sounds super interesting to me. That's probably the one I'm going to get. And you can just tell from the title that they're looking at this. They're looking at the timing and seeing what happened. So guys, I hope that helps. You're filling out this top part. You're filling out all of this, and then you're doing it for your second source, but don't forget this. 150 to 200 word response to the following. Briefly describe your experience using the library database. Discuss any challenges. What strategy will you use? I would absolutely say, number one, my biggest challenge was that there were so many articles that I had to reduce it down. My second biggest challenge was the fact that some of them were so very scientific or medically even titled that I didn't know what they were talking about. So I had to do a lot of scrolling. I know that the next time I use the university library, I am going to make sure that I give myself some time and that I also know how to narrow my topic to the point that I can find things that I really, really want. All right, guys, I hope that helped. Good luck on this one. As always, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to contact me.